Welcome, dear friend. I've been expecting you for a while. It is a long-established truth of the universe that everything happens for a reason. Each of us is destined to walk our own unique path in life, and it is destiny that has brought you here today. For some time, you felt uncertain, restless, and trapped. But now, you sense change, as a new chapter in your divine journey is about to be written. Over the next few minutes, you will discover the simple 10-minute manifestation hack that could deliver everything you desire in life, including the money you need to buy your dream home, a new car, and to free yourself from the heavy burden of bills and debt. And once you become the master of your own mind, you will attract only positivity and repel negative energy. Soon, your aura could be a magnet for wealth, entrepreneurial success, romantic love, health, and youthful energy. And all of your doubts, worries, and fears will fade away, leaving behind clarity and inner calm. The manifestation hack can work for absolutely anyone, no matter your age, background, religion, zodiac sign, or unique set of circumstances. You don't need any experience, training, or special equipment. Just headphones and 10 minutes of free time each day, and your life can be transformed from one of listlessness to one of limitless abundance. In just a moment, I'll be sharing with you my transformational story of how I went from homeless, hopeless, and on the brink of suicide, to living the life of my dreams with a 6-figure bank balance and unshakable peace of mind. But none of that would have been possible if not for a chance encounter with one truly gifted man. Aaron Surtees. Aaron is a highly esteemed and much revered mind coach and hypnotherapist based in the United Kingdom. He has a wonderful, unique ability for reprogramming minds and has close to 20 years of professional experience in doing such. Aaron has worked with numerous celebrities and countless everyday individuals, and has been featured on ITV and the BBC, as well as appearing in The Telegraph, Mail Online, The Sun, Business Insider, Cosmopolitan, Marie Claire, and more. Aaron is the mind-hacking expert sought out by market traders and sports professionals alike for manifesting calm, focus, and peak performance. And with Aaron's invaluable guidance, you too can manifest success, wealth, and the life of your dreams.
I was doing Aaron's program for 12 months, and within that time, the transformation to my life was unthinkable, really. My company now is bringing in $160,000 a year. This year, we're on course to double that, and I'm sure that that's going to continue to grow and grow. I have never been a big believer in visualization and putting positive things out to the universe and it coming back. But with the help of Aaron and following his program and the right guidance, I've been completely proven wrong. It really is about mindset, and first and foremost, teaching yourself. And what this taught me was that I too, like anyone else and anyone else that wants to, are entitled to be a wealthy and successful person. I can't recommend this scheme enough, and I think Aaron is a lifesaver. He saved mine.
So forget the self-proclaimed experts and fake gurus that you've heard from before. Those tricksters may hope to seduce you with nonsense talk of miracles and magic. But in the real world, there is no magic spell or potion to make you rich or happy. Only you can create that reality by accessing the untapped potential that is lying dormant in your mind right now. It is a scientific fact that negative thinking yields a negative result. The mind has the power to alter our reality, but many of us fail to recognize that truth. Now, however, thanks to the recent discovery of mirror neurons in the brain, scientists finally have the answer. It has been observed that mirror neurons fire both when a person acts and when a person observes the same action being performed by another, meaning the neuron mirrors the behavior of another. To give you a real-life example, have you ever noticed that when you smile at a stranger, they almost always smile back? Well, that reaction is triggered by mirror neurons. And that's why when we are exuding a positive energy, we attract kindness and generosity. And in the same vein, why when we're in a negative headspace, our day seems only to get worse. Spiritual teacher and New York Times best-selling author Eckhart Tolle once said, "The quality of your consciousness at this moment is what shapes the future. If you get the inside right, the outside will fall into place." Primary reality is within, secondary reality without. The problem is, however, that most of us fail to realize we're in a permanently negative headspace. We wander this earth with our sense of clarity clouded by the never-ending chatter in our brains. We are constantly bombarded by negative thoughts that fuel our insecurities and anxieties and keep us stuck at a low frequency. Tell me honestly, how much of your day do you spend thinking about what's wrong with you, what's lacking in your life, and the negative things your friends or coworkers might be saying about you behind your back? And contrastingly, how much of your day do you spend being grateful for what you already have, such as your health, your family, and the roof over your head? For me personally, all of my thoughts used to be negative. My name is Matthew Spooner, and before I discovered the manifestation hack, I was in a place so dark I was actually contemplating suicide. My negative thinking had triggered a sequence of events that caused my life to spiral quickly downwards. So much so that in the space of just a few short months, I went from living in a nice home with my wife and children and working a decent job to living in my car and begging for change on the street. But let me rewind you a little further so you can understand how I ended up in such a mess. I was born in a small town and raised by a loving family. But when I was just 13 years old, both of my parents were killed in a car accident. At the time, I was too young to fully process what had happened, so I never dealt with the grief. After that tragedy, I was raised by my single aunt, and I lived in a kind of daydream. I merely existed from one day to the next, never pushing myself, never asking for more, or ever even really feeling anything. I graduated high school with mediocre grades and took a job as a telemarketer. I married, started a family, and by the time I was 25, I'd been promoted to a managerial position, and I lived in a modest home with my wife and our 2 beautiful children. But the problem was, all I had was negative thoughts. Ever since losing my parents as a young teenager, I'd had recurring nightmares about their accident. I never spoke to anyone about the dreams or how I was feeling. I buried the painful emotions deep down inside. But as the years passed, the dreams became more frequent. Gradually, the negative thinking spread to other areas of my life. I decided that I hated my job, that I was going nowhere in life, and that I should have tried harder in school. I decided that I'd married too young, had children too early, and that I'd never got to sow my wild oats. And I decided that I'd settled for mediocrity, that our town was unexciting, that our house was too small, and that I'd never be able to spoil my children in the way that I'd like. Negative thinking had consumed my day-to-day life. I'd pay little attention when my son showed me something he'd made at school. I wouldn't notice when my wife wore a new dress. And I'd be totally oblivious to the sunlight twinkling through the trees on a perfect summer's day. I'm not sure for exactly how long I existed in that haze. Maybe months, maybe years, of wallowing in my own self-pity. Until one day, when I was brought crashing back down to earth with a thud. I was called into my superior's office, reprimanded, and fired on the spot. At first I couldn't quite process what was happening. I felt as though I were lucid dreaming. I remember odd words and phrases, underperforming, lazy, not a team player. And before I had time to get my head around it all, I was out the door, carrying a cardboard box of my possessions. From there, things only got worse. Within a matter of weeks, we lost the house. And my wife, who by that point felt nothing but resentment for me after many years of neglect, said that she was leaving me, taking the kids, and moving in with her parents. I had nothing. In the blink of an eye, I'd lost my job, my home, and my family. For a short time, I had enough money to stay in motels. But before long, I was living in my car, technically homeless. I couldn't believe how low I'd sunk, and how quickly I'd fallen off the edge of society. I was depressed, cold, lonely, hungry, and in the darkest moments I even contemplated suicide. With no better option in sight, I decided to imitate the other lost souls around me and beg for change. And so I sat outside a railway station with my head hanging low and an empty coffee cup at my feet. Occasionally, passers-by would throw in their spare change, and I'd feel a deep sense of shame with every clink of a coin. But I had to eat, somehow. Then one afternoon, something very unusual happened. A stranger stopped in front of me, smiled, and handed me an old iPod and headphones. "Listen for 10 minutes every day," he said, and then walked away. I was confused and slightly stunned. I didn't know what to make of the encounter, but I was curious and happy to try anything that would alleviate my boredom. So I put in the headphones and hit play, and I could not have been less prepared for what I was about to hear. The voice was calm, and the undertones soothing, as though I had just tuned into a higher frequency. His words were powerful and profound. He spoke of wealth, manifestation, and rejecting negative beliefs. The message seemed to be coming from a supreme being. Then, just as quickly as it had begun, the audio ended. I paused for a moment, as if awakening from a dream state, and then zipped the iPod into my pocket and thought no more about it. But then what happened next still amazes me to this day. All of a sudden, passers-by were much more generous, handing over notes rather than just spare change. And that went on for hours, into the evening. By the end of the day, I'd made $417. I couldn't believe it. What had changed? Why were people being so nice to me? The next day, with more than enough money to book a motel room, I got myself cleaned up and felt energized to get back on my feet and look for work. Then I reached into my pocket, felt the cold, smooth surface of the iPod, and was reminded of the audio I'd listened to the day before. Could that have had anything to do with what had happened yesterday? Could I really have manifested the money I received? I was skeptical. But with nothing to lose, I sat on the edge of the bed, inserted the headphones, and played the next track. Once again, I heard a calming voice that spoke of success, wealth, and prosperity. It were as though the voice had access to a deeper level of my being. Then, in no time at all, the track ended. I placed the iPod in the top drawer of the nightstand and gave the recording no further thought. But for the rest of the day, I felt somewhat more confident than usual. So, with a calm disposition and my head held high, I went after a job that was slightly above my station. And then, as if by some divine miracle, I was given the job, right then and there. Harry, my soon-to-be employer, said they'd been waiting for someone like me to come along. In that moment, I could feel the law of attraction working its magic. When I returned to my room that evening, I realized that this was no coincidence. It had to be the tape. And so each and every morning after my shower, I'd take the iPod from the drawer and listen to the next in the sequence of the 10-minute recordings before heading out to work. My new job was commission-based, and by day 2, I'd broken the company's long-held sales record. From there, my performance only improved. And making money was effortless. It was as though something deep down inside me had been rewired. I seemed to be attracting success and wealth. For the first time in my life, I was experiencing true abundance. And for the first time in a very long time, I actually felt good about myself and the possibilities that lay ahead. Eventually, I would go on to start my own business, which would turn over 7 figures in its first year, and now generates more than $10 million annually. I have a stunning home, 3 cars, a friendly relationship with my ex-wife, joint custody of our 2 children, and I spend every other weekend at the beach with my beautiful girlfriend. But none of that affluence came to me before I'd finished the last of the audio tracks. And at the end of that last track, my guardian angel revealed himself to me. Aaron Surtees. Aaron had been lecturing at a seminar across the street when he noticed me sitting by the side of the road. He wanted to help me, but actually help me. Sure, $5 could have bought me a sandwich or a cup of coffee. But what Aaron gave me was the ability to help myself. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. The audio program on that iPod was Aaron's Manifestation Hack, a powerful course for reprogramming your subconscious mind. Aaron Surtees, BSc, is an expert in wealth manifestation. With his new and entirely unique method, Aaron helps his clients to achieve entrepreneurial success by altering the brain's biochemical processes without the client even noticing. Aaron achieves this by imprinting certain high-energy words into the subconscious mind while the patient is in a trance-like state. At the same time, Aaron works to overwrite the negative thought patterns that have been lowering your frequency and holding you back. This process is somewhat like repeating positive affirmations, or a certain mantra, or guided meditation, only much more powerful and elective. But do not be concerned if in the past you've tried meditation with little to no success, as this process is very different. Since this manifestation program taps into your subconscious mind, there's no requirement for focus on your part, so it can work for absolutely anyone, no matter your attention span. Aaron's unique method actually works to alter the electrochemical energy of the brain, and in doing so, raises your frequency, meaning that positive energy is drawn to you, and negative energy is rejected. And so by subconsciously manifesting wealth and success, our mirror neurons pull that energy toward us. If you radiate positivity and abundance, it will come back to you. And that's exactly what had happened to me. It felt like my aura had to be cleansed of all negativity, and I had become a magnet for affluence. From doing no more than listening to a 10-minute audio recording each day, I had manifested success, wealth, and joy. And Aaron has helped thousands of people just like you and I, from all around the world. Like Lisa Perry from Kentucky, who wrote, "The manifestation hack has completely changed my life. I finished the program just 8 weeks ago, and I am currently the owner of a highly successful business with more and more eager customers flooding my inbox each day." And Rick Jacobson from Toronto, who wrote, "Thanks to the cash I manifested using the manifestation hack, I've been able to pay off my mortgage as well as all my debts, and now I feel as light and free as I did when I was a schoolboy." And Stan Gibson from South Carolina, who wrote, "The power of the manifestation hack is second to none. I tried similar sounding programs before and saw no results, but this is entirely different. Right away, the world around me changed. I was attracting money in the most unexpected ways. In just a few months, I've gone from renting a small apartment to owning my own 4-bedroom house. Aaron, I cannot thank you enough." And now you can try the manifestation hack for yourself and experience limitless wealth and entrepreneurial success. And remember, the universe delivered you here for a reason. You're at a transitional crossroads in your life, and it is time for you to take that first sacred step towards a life of money, freedom, and boundless joy. And all it takes is one divine click. When you access the manifestation hack today, you will be unlocking a course that has been specifically designed to reprogram your subconscious mind to attract wealth, success, and positive energy, whilst warding off debt, stress, and failure. When you hit play, you will experience the calming voice of an expert mind coach and hypnotherapist, Aaron Surtees, as he personally guides you on your transformational journey towards prosperity. In Module 1, your mind will be reprogrammed to have total belief in your abilities to manifest unlimited quantities of money. You will be instilled with the confidence for entrepreneurial greatness. And you will reject any self-doubt in your mission towards unlimited wealth and prosperity. In Module 2, powerful hypnotic visuals will help you see yourself living with great wealth. These visuals, when stored in your subconscious mind, will create the inner certainty needed for manifesting limitless money and success. And in Module 3, you will unleash the motivation and focus required for boundless success in business, for profitability and wealth. This essential final step will set your levels of focus and motivation at 100%, making failure an impossibility. When your mind is professionally reprogrammed and you're radiating positivity, you can be a magnet for money and success. In no time at all, you could have all the cash you need to pay your bills, clear your credit card debt, buy a new car, spoil your family and friends, move into the house of your dreams, and finally, enjoy a life of financial freedom. Money is energy, and money is power, and very soon you could have the power to experience everything that life has to offer. Enjoy fine dining in Tokyo. Check into a Balinese yoga retreat, or experience the beauty of winter in the French Alps. The life of your dreams is waiting for you to reach out and embrace it, in all of its abundant glory. The universe is sending you a message. It is time for you to transform into the wealthy, successful, and vibrant person you are destined to become. I'm sure that before now you have seen other manifestation programs being offered for sale by faceless nobodies for hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. And so you're probably expecting for the price of this legitimate, fully certified program, developed by the UK's most recommended hypnotherapist, to cost somewhere in the region of $2,000 to $3,000. Well, if we were talking about the actual market value, then you would be correct. However, that is not the price you're going to pay today. Aaron believes that his purpose in life is to help those in need. And if you're hearing my voice right now, then that is because you are one of the searching souls who need Aaron's guidance the most. The manifestation hack is supposed to be accessible to people from all walks of life. And that's why Aaron has made it unbelievably affordable. In fact, the price you're going to pay is no more than the low price you see on the screen below this video. And that fee is solely to cover production costs. Indeed, that small amount is arguably negligible when you consider the limitless wealth you could manifest with this life-changing program. Very soon, you could have money for essentials, luxuries, travel, gifts, and a better quality of life. In fact, this purchase will be the most worthwhile few dollars you ever spend, as this is an investment in your spiritual and financial freedom. But just to put your mind at ease, let me reassure you that when you purchase the manifestation hack today, you will be doing so with a 60-day money-back satisfaction guarantee. And so if you're not experiencing abundant wealth and success after completing the program, I will give you a full refund, no questions asked. This is an entirely risk-free transaction. You have nothing to lose. So what are you waiting for? The universe is calling to you. It's time for you to take that first step forward and claim what is rightfully yours. Before long, you will be radiating positive energy, and all the riches of your world could be drawn to you. It's time to transform. The life you've always dreamed of is finally within your grasp. Join Aaron and allow him to impart his divine gifts onto you as he reprograms your brain for greatness and success. You're so close. You can feel the divine spark within you now. Do not put this off for another second. Fill in your details on this page and sign up right now. This is a 100% risk-free opportunity, and there is not a second to waste. This is the only legitimate and expertly developed manifestation program available for sale anywhere online. And now is your opportunity to seize its power for yourself. If you have the unshakable feeling that something is missing from your life, or that you were destined for more, then you need the manifestation hack. However, if you're happy with your current set of circumstances, then please leave this for someone else who truly needs it and wants it more than you do. But if you want change, and you are ready to escape the drudgery and monotony of everyday life, then you need to take action right now. I already know what you're going to do. The universe delivered you here for a reason, and today is the dawning of your highest self. So fill in your details and sign up on this page right now, and I'll talk to you again in just a moment. You're still here? Well, that's fine. You probably have a few questions, any and all of which I'm happy to answer for you now. Firstly, is mind reprogramming in any way risky? Absolutely not. The manifestation hack is entirely safe, much like meditation. However, it is recommended that you do not listen to the audio tracks whilst driving or operating heavy machinery. I've tried other manifestation programs in the past and experienced no change in myself or my life circumstances. Why is the manifestation hack any different? The manifestation hack is unlike any program you've tried in the past. This unique course has been precisely designed by an experienced professional in accordance with the latest brain science to program your mind and alter your biochemistry. Thereafter, your mirror neurons can attract wealth and abundance. How do I know that Aaron Surtees is a bona fide mind coach and hypnotherapist? Please feel free to run a Google search on Aaron and check his credentials for yourself. Aaron has appeared countless times in mainstream news media and has no end of glowing testimonials from real-life satisfied clients. How quickly will I see results? This depends on the individual. Some people will notice instant results, whereas others, who may have more deep-rooted negative thought patterns, might not notice any changes until week 2 or 3. We always recommend that you complete the course in its entirety before making any assessments. Will the results be temporary or permanent? The results of this program can be long-lasting. However, upon completion of the course, it is recommended that you spend just 10 minutes each day, for 1 or 2 days per week, listening to an audio track of your choosing. This will help to anchor your subconscious in a positive state of mind. What happens if I don't notice any changes? In very exceptional cases, progress can be slow. For those individuals noticing little change, we suggest that you repeat the program over again. Then, after 6 weeks, if you still feel no different, we will give you a full refund. However, this eventuality is highly unlikely, as the manifestation hack has an exceptionally high rate of success and works for all types of people. I hope that answering those commonly asked questions has eased some of your doubts, and I look forward to following your journey of money manifestation. We'll talk again in just a moment.